Hello and welcome to the channel. Take a moment and look at your wallet. Chances are, no matter where you live, in New York, London, or Sydney, the value of the money inside is tied in some way to one thing: the US dollar. For nearly a century, it has been the undisputed king of global finance, but cracks are starting to show. Today, we dive into the incredible journey of the dollar, how it became the most powerful currency on Earth, and what happens to your money if it finally falls.
The dollar story starts, well, at the start. In 1792, the Coinage Act established the dollar. But its real climb began when it was firmly pegged to gold, a system known as the gold standard. This meant every dollar bill was essentially a claim check for a specific amount of gold. This commitment to hard money made the dollar incredibly trustworthy, slowly positioning the U.S. as a stable financial safe haven, even as the world faced two devastating conflicts.
The true turning point was in 1944, the Bretton Woods Agreement. The world's economic powers gathered in New Hampshire. Europe was devastated by war, and the U.S. was the only major power left standing, holding the majority of the world's gold. The deal was historic. The U.S. dollar would be the only currency convertible to gold at a fixed rate, $35 for 1 ounce of gold. In turn, every other major currency would be pegged to the dollar. Action: this made the dollar the global reserve currency and the standard for international trade. The era of U.S. dollar dominance had begun. This golden arrangement lasted until 1971. President Nixon faced a dilemma. Foreign governments were demanding gold for the dollars they held, and the U.S. couldn't keep up. So Nixon did the unthinkable. He unilaterally ended the gold convertibility. This was the Nixon shock. The dollar was now fiat money, its value backed only by faith in the U.S. government. To keep the dollar strong, the U.S. struck a crucial deal with Saudi Arabia. Oil must be traded exclusively in dollars. This created the Petrodollar system. If you need oil, and everyone needs oil, you need dollars. This locked in the dollar's global demand.
So why is the dollar still king today? First, it's the global reserve currency. Central banks hold almost 60% of their foreign reserves in dollars. Second, it's the currency of global trade. From oil to steel, most contracts are priced in dollars. Third, the U.S. financial market is the world's deepest and most stable, acting as a safe haven during global crises. This liquidity and trust are its real power.
But what if the de-dollarization movement succeeds? What if countries like China, Russia, and the BRICS nations move away from the dollar? A rapid dollar collapse would trigger a global catastrophe. One, the U.S. would see massive hyperinflation as imports become unaffordable. Two, global trade would freeze. Imagine every trade deal needing multiple currency conversions. Chaos. Three, a massive global recession. The world relies on the U.S. Treasury bond market as a stable investment. If the dollar fails, this cornerstone of global finance crumbles, wiping out trillions in wealth worldwide. The question is, what is the alternative? Could it be the euro, the Chinese yuan, or perhaps a basket of currencies? The euro lacks the single fiscal authority of the U.S. The yuan is heavily controlled by the Chinese government, raising trust issues. Most analysts believe a single replacement for the dollar is unlikely. Instead, the future likely involves a multipolar system where different regional currencies dominate different trade blocs. The dollar might not collapse, but its power will likely erode slowly. The U.S. dollar's reign is a fascinating story of political savvy, economic strength, and global trust. Whether you live in New York, London, or Sydney, its fate impacts your daily life. While an overnight collapse is improbable, the slow shift toward de-dollarization is real. What do you think will replace the dollar as the world's reserve currency? Let me know your predictions in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please like and subscribe for more deep dives into global economics. See you next time.